Hi everyone, welcome to the very last video in this series of mushroom pictures from Hanna Karlzon's Summer Nights. Now I have just been having a quick think about the fact that these two mushrooms have little dots on, but I didn't use any white pen. Now I didn't use any white pen on this one, but there were no dots or anything and I didn't think it was necessary, but I used it on these two and I actually would like to use it on these two, so I'm going to do that right now at the very beginning of the video, and I just want to put it on this one on top of these dots here. And I'm sorry I've sort of left it till now when really I should have done it in the video for this particular one, but I think I can't really insert it in because you'll see, I don't know, anyway I'm just going to do it now. Now I've got a lot of dots here and I'm not going to try and cover the black ones, I'm just going to add to them with some white ones. I think it's easier. And in the centre here you won't really see the white so much, but on the corners, well, edges where it's darker like here, you'll see the white dots a little bit. That's all I want to do. It's not really very much, but I just feel like I wanted to add that extra little touch. Now let's bring this one into the centre. Now I'm having a little think about whether to do this in a sort of purple pink or whether to use a more traditional red. But I think I'm going to go purple pink because I've done a lot of red before, so this will be a little bit different. So I'm trying to decide where to start. I think I'm going to start with my purple deep, which as my darkest colour. Here it is, purple deep. And I think we'd do what we have done with most of them and do darker on the edges. And you can see this is quite a different sort of colour to what we've used already, which is good. I'm trying to avoid those circular bits. I've got no clue what I'm doing with those yet, so I'm going to leave them white if I can. If you go over them, don't worry, I've gone over that one. I might end up doing them white anyway, so it might not matter. I don't really know whether toadstools and mushrooms have different colour spots but white. I'm not really very well read when it comes to mushroom varieties. Perhaps I should look into it a bit more. Perhaps I should have done before before making a video. Never mind. We have my imagination-y mushrooms and varieties in the video. I think I need to just do that bit too. There we go. It's just a little bit of the purple deep, and now I'm looking for, I've got a purple light. I've got a purple. Let's go for purple first. They're in a funny order. Just giving it a sharpen. So the purple is quite a different shade. The purple deep looks quite reddish to me. Sorry there. Oh, why does it say purple there? But this one looks much more pink. I'm going to put it over the top anyway. And just extend our purple area. It's quite a pretty colour. See, my brain's telling me that's pink, not purple. But I think it all depends on what you're taught and things like that. I mean, there's definitely red in this purple. A lot of red. Obviously purple is blue and red, but sometimes it's more bluey and sometimes it's more red. This one's definitely a lot more red than blue, whereas the one above that we did, which was much bluer, more of a violet, it's definitely got more blue. So I'm just trying to spread the colour out a little bit and fade it a bit if I can. It's not always that easy, particularly when you're colouring around lots of obstacles, but I do my best. And now I'm going to grab the purple light, which actually looks darker than the purple deep. Hang about. Here is the purple and the purple light. The purple light definitely looks darker and it bleeds into the pink. into the white pen. I'm not going to use purple light. I'm going to go for the mauve deep cobalt purple or French rose. That bleeds. Let's go for the cobalt purple because I'm going to put some white pen on here. So probably. So I want one that doesn't bleed into white pen. And I test them. I'll show you when I've sharpened this. See, look there, the French rose that I was going to use. Can you see how I put a little white blob on my, it's gone pink. That isn't what I want. So we're going to use the cobalt purple, which did that just the tiniest bit, but not as much. So obviously there's some sort of pigment in this colour, and I notice in the Prismas it's the Dahlia purple, and I think is there a dark purple or something? There are two purples that the white goes neon pink if you put it on, and in the Black Widows it happens with one of the blues in the spider set, as well as I think it might be the what's it called, the bright pink in the spider set. Oh, I can't think of the name. It will come to me. Cyanide pink, that's it. I think it's that colour that bleeds. But it's worth checking, because if you know you're going to want to use a white pen, then I have never found a white pen with bleed proof ink in it. It would be fantastic if I could. I just check, and then I know. I think these might go a bit pink, so, but if as long as it's not like bright neon, which isn't the look I'm going for. Although some mushrooms and toadstools are quite bright. Right, let's have a look in the camera. I'm quite happy with that. But I'm trying to think about what to do with these spots, and I'm thinking that maybe that circle around the edge could be quite dark and then the centre light. That's what I'm wondering. Or yeah, I think that's what I'll do, and I'm going to use a grey. I'm going to actually use the cool grey deep for the outside. So I'm going to try really hard to just go around the outside in this and not into the middle. Now obviously I can use my white pen to get rid of any place where I colour into the centre, but it's easier not to. So if I can avoid the mistake, it's better. And also you might not have a pen, so I think most people do. I think if someone said to me, what if you could only buy a really basic colouring kit or have one with you or whatever, what would you buy? I would have a sort of 24 set of pencils and a white pen, a sharpener, a Tombow eraser, and one book. That would be like my minimum kit, I think. Okay, this bit under here I want to be darker than the stems, so I'm going to use this colour but lightly. I don't want it to be quite as dark as it is on here, but if I put it down as a base, it will start to make this quite dark. So, and then I can build on that with something else, maybe a little bit lighter. Maybe I might use the Venetian blue. I think it's this pencil. Nope. There it is. The Venetian blue, it's quite a grey blue colour, so I think it should work quite well to blend this all up together. There we go. And I think the sort of purpliness of it's really nice. I don't really know why it's called Venetian blue when it's a purply grey, but anyway. Some colour names totally baffle me, but, you know. I'm going to use the Dove Grey just to do the tip, just to blend that bit in but keep it lighter. I just don't want the white paper showing through. I want it to look a little bit more solid than that. Now I'm going to use that on here. I don't know what colour to use on the stems as well as this one, because this is really quite light. We need something to add some sort of shadows. But we've used two colours already which I could pick from, but they're quite dark. But I think the Venetian blue isn't so dark. Maybe we'll use that. I think we'll use that on one of the others, but we have got only quite a limited amount of grey. So I'm going to put the shadow in first and then just put a little bit on the edge and draw it back in. A bit here. All the way down, a bit more down at the bottom. A bit down the side. And because we don't want it just to have two stripes, we just need to do a little bit in as well. Just to finish it off. I quite like this sort of purpley tone, it's rather fun. I don't know whether it looks almost like it's maybe might be reflecting off the tops, which is rather nice. Okay. Now I'm going to get my white. Now if you have coloured over any of the little circles, this is the time to use your white to sort of rectify that. I've got a bit in that one. And I'm going over the black dots with the white as well. I just made some up then. I don't know if they were there, I just added them in anyway. Quite hard to see whether I've gone over the edges or not. You might want to white out the edges of the circles to make them look completely white, but I have made the decision not to do that. There we go. I think that's it now. I'm just having a quick look. I think I'm happy with that. So I think we can see if my battery's working, or we can come out and have a good look at the whole page. There we go. So these middle two are a bit samey, I think, but it was fun, so that's good. And we've sort of got two purpley pink here which almost match. These two almost match, but these two don't match at all. But never mind, I don't think it really matters. I think if I tip the book like that, you can see it flat. Well, it creates a shadow, doesn't it? There we go, maybe that's better. It's tricky, the sun is all over the place today. But there's the page. I had fun with that. I hope that you did too. Thank you for those of you that watched the whole series. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's support. It means a lot. But I hope you have a great day. Thank you again and happy colouring.